Hello everybody, my name is Deerthorn and welcome to the demo for I Nima. This game is about you, a child named Nima, trying to regain your memories after a freak swimming accident, or at least that's what your mother claims. Now the full game itself isn't actually out, I'm very excited for it when it is, but this right now is just the demo. So without further ado, let's get started with the I Nima demo. Dark, cold, endless, and utterly serene. Oops. The perfect undulating prison for you to spend eternity. An irritating and familiar voice scratches at your brain, and you find yourself violently awoken by a mysterious figure. It worked? You're breathing. The air is cold and stagnant. The walls that surround you provide the room with a distinct lack of natural light. You are underground. Dozens of boxes overflowing with trinkets bring a strange sense of comfort. That comfort dissipates as you realize you're tied to the chair you're sitting in. A bungee cord holds your head up. The stranger stands across the room, hesitating to approach. Nima, is that you?
Who's Nima? Am I Nima? Just tell her whatever she wants to hear.
Words in your brain can be combined to unlock new words, like so. Ta-da! Words are stored in your library after they're unlocked. When you're done, words can be dragged from your brain down to your mouth to unlock new dialogue options.
Mom? What's going on?
Wait, yes, it's all coming back to you now. You are Nima Lee, and this is your mother, Annabelle Lee. Mom breathes a sigh of relief and smiles. Oh, thank God, I thought I'd lost you. She excitedly steps forward, but stops herself just short of throwing her arms around you in an embrace. She pauses.
Lost me?
Mom shudders. Let me bring you some food first, you must be starving. Mom exits the basement, excitedly clambering her way up the stairs.
I hope she trips and crack her skull. Thanks, Mom.
Alright, so we are thus far familiar with the mechanics of the game. The mechanics being take two words, mash them together, and you get new words like this. But the mechanics, I'm going to wait to goof around with until we get through the intro sequence. A sopping wet bowl of slop is gently presented to you. The odor, reminiscent of wet dog and dirty socks, is masked by an overwhelming amount of soy sauce. Your nose begins to shrivel like a worm left out in the sun. Mom unties your hands and leaves your waist and head fastened to the chair. With some effort, you can now eat your gruel. She places a small, dull spoon in your now free hand.
She's even uglier up close.
Okay, Nima, before you eat, we need to have a little talk. There was an accident. Your memories may have been affected, and I want to ensure you're okay before everything goes back to normal. You're going to be living and sleeping in the basement for now.
Can you untie me?
You're tied up for your own safety. If you fall unconscious, I don't want you to fall and hurt yourself. Just follow her rules, and then we'll be free. You're not a prisoner. This is just a controlled environment for you to heal in, okay? You look at the bowl of food and then back up at her. You try to nod, but your head just bounces in your binds. Alright. So starting tomorrow, I'm going to be bringing you items. I want you to think about how these items make you feel if they bring back any memories. For now, let's start with something simple as an example. She takes the bowl of gruel and pushes it towards you. What does this kanji make you think of? You can start to eat while we talk if you like. You hesitate, looking down at the bowl and back at her. Although she claims there are no wrong answers, you know that is not true. She is looking for a specific response. Try connecting ideas in your mind to see where those trains of thought lead you. Tell me what you're thinking about. Okay, so the cool thing about this introductory sequence is we can see that these teal borders mean that we can say a specific thing and it will make sense in this scenario. But if we combine enough things, it'll eventually start to kind of lead us away from the topic at hand. Like, see, we have the word disgust here, but if we mix the word science and fear, fear, disgust, we get the word zombie. Now, if you've seen Manly Badass Heroes playthrough of this demo so far, he leads the story about where you would expect. I do not intend to do this. I have theories about this game, and I intend to see them explained. I want to know what's going on, why we're in the basement, why our mother is giving this empty, curious stare. Let's see, she asked about the kanji first. It said it smelled bad, so I'm gonna say ew. Despite every fiber of your being screaming at you not to, you bravely force a single spoon of piping hot kanji down your throat. Overwhelmed by the pungent taste of Mom's unconventional methodology of cooking, you spit it back out. Better to starve to death than to endure another mouthful of this over-seasoned nightmare. Unsurprisingly, Mom looks away in shame and apologizes for the culinary travesty before you. I guess my cooking hasn't improved then.
I'm sorry, Mom. I can't eat this.
Well, you have to eat something.
Can we order takeout?
She cringes. The notion of spending money on greasy fast food when there is perfectly fine kanji at home seems to cause her physical anguish. You know what? I have some Burger coupons upstairs. I've been saving them for a special occasion. To be determined if she'll actually remember to do this. Huh. She's going to feed us. Right? You yawn. The bowl of kanji certainly chased away your appetite. Now you'd prefer to find a nice den to crawl inside and sleep. See, this is what I mean. Why does it say now you'd prefer to find a nice den to crawl inside and sleep? What? Why? What is happening right here? What happened to you? What did you do? Mom sets the bowl aside and lets out a long sigh. She stares at you intently, preparing for something. How much of the accident do you remember? Shake your head. Some things just come to you, but as far as you're concerned, everything that happened before you woke up in this basement feels like a dream. You were swimming. You hit your head. You're lucky I was able to rescue you. You clutch your head as a bolt of pain travels from the top of your cranium down your spine. Ow! Likely story. A memory surges to you. You recall looking up at your mother's stony face. In her hand, she clutches a small, sharp knife designed to cut through flesh and organs. Your mother looks worried as she reaches out to console you. You recoil away from her. Maybe we should talk about this later. Tomorrow the real tests will begin. Pass those and you'll be free to leave the basement and everything can return to normal.
How am I supposed to pass if I can barely remember anything?
I suppose it's only fair if you have a chance to ask me some questions in return. There's a shuddering pain in your brain. You're almost spent for the day. Choose your next words carefully. What do you want to know? I'd like to know quite a few things, Annabelle.
Am I a zombie?
No, you're Nima.
Are you sure?
You're not a drooling undead monster. You're talking coherently and you're self-aware. And you look the same as before the accident. Did that line seem rehearsed to you?
That's a relief. I don't want to be like that freezer boy from Rocky Horror. I don't think I could stand that much dancing.
Okay, somewhat coherent, but you're mostly fine. I was perfectly coherent. I don't know what you're talking about. Your eyelids are growing heavy. You're running out of energy. Anything else you want to ask me about? Alright, I'm gonna goof around for a little bit and I'll cut back to when I actually find something. School.
Don't I have to go to school?
You've got to get better first. That reminds me, your classmates made a get well soon card for you.
Really? That's nice.
It's upstairs. I'll bring it down for you tomorrow. Mom takes her notebook out of her pocket and scribbles something.
Don't forget, okay?
What? She's already forgotten. You yawn and your mother takes notice. Nima, sweetie, don't you think it's time to go to bed?
I just have one more question.
Oh, man. Here's an experiment. James Pond. Found it. Something's missing.
Isn't there something missing?
There's this fish-shaped hole in your heart you can't explain. Or is it just a fish-shaped hole in my stomach? There's a lot missing, sweetie. We're going to put it back together again, okay? You nod. The pain surging through your brain terminates at the sudden pull of a plug. Your eyes get to blindness, and then you feel your body fall forward to be caught by the ropes fastening you to the chair. You flicker in and out of consciousness as rogue bolts of electricity wiggle your neurons. Mom hums a familiar song. A pair of tender arms bear the full weight of your malnourished and sickly form. You are lowered onto a lumpy mattress, tucked in routinely without indulgence. Whoever carried you here was hesitant to do so. Her acts of mothership seem little more than a performance. Despite that, you feel a gentle hand lovingly caress the side of your face, and once again the world goes dark. I feel like that's foreshadowing.
Ugh, my head hurts. This is my room. I barely remember it.
Okay. Now it's time to look around. So there's a locker here, forgotten. Oh, there was text there I didn't read. Whoops, hold on.
My old locker. I can't remember the password.
So at first I thought that the password would be... Hold on. I thought the password would be Nima, but it's far too obvious. Then I thought it might be swim or fish, but I know exactly what it is. It's pond, like James Pond, our fish.
It opened. Is this my boyfriend? Did I just imagine he was? Pomegranate Prince. This guy is ultra rare. Gotta keep him locked up.
What does that say? Do not read Nima.
Who wrote over my diary?
I don't know, Nima. Something tells me that it was you who did this. So we can kind of see the text underneath. I'm gonna read as much of it as I can.
I think I might be a bad person. If you're a cop and you're reading this, please. So I might have reached into Pearl's purse and grabbed her wallet when she wasn't looking. I feel really something. But Pearl was always. I was like a granddaughter to her, and that she would do anything for me, anything. So maybe it's not that bad. P.S. I'm so sorry, Pearl.
And then there's another page over here. I keep accidentally hovering over Pomegranate Prince.
I get that work is important, but I just wish that she would at least look at me. She wouldn't even notice if I went missing. Anyways, I've been trying these pills that Pearl gave me. Of course, Mom doesn't know about it, but every time I try to bring it up to her, she tells me we'll talk later. Yeah, I talked to Pearl instead.
Oh, hello. Hello.
I wish I could be the powerhouse of this cell. The Nemachondria.
This human looks strange. I used to chew on these pencils.
My purpose in life. I wonder what my purpose is. Is it July already? Looks like it's been a million years. Dumb bass. That bass is trying its best. Help mom file taxes. Mom was always so stressed about those. Milk, rice, coffee, tomatoes. I wonder if mom had time to pick up the groceries while I was gone. While I was gone. Doesn't seem like it. I wish I could shrink down just to see how my dolls live. A penguin. I wonder if they're ever jealous of the birds in the sky. Save the whales. Though it is beautiful when a whale dies. They host an entire ecosystem. Tomato Boy is the coolest. I've read all the comics.
Oh. This is what brain rot looks like.
A lava lamp. Hot to the touch. This is what my dad looked like. I remember him. These ugly things go on my feet? Why did I even buy these?
I don't think you did. See? I don't think you did, Nima. You didn't buy them. You stole them.
Was it always this lumpy? Tales from the Uncool Kid by Benson Breyer. This book used to be so relatable, but now I think he's just a loser.
Is that a Diary of a Wimpy Kid reference?
101 Dinosaur Jokes That'll Have Your Friends Roaring by JP. How do dinosaurs pay their bills? With Tyrannosaurus checks! Understanding Paleobiology by Helen Tamerlane. Zhongwen 7. Even after all those years of studying, my Mandarin still sucks. These fish are trapped in a fake world. She spent a long time working on this one. No one even read it.
All these books are by our mom.
This book is about evolution. I wonder what we'll evolve into.
I have the slightest feeling you're going to evolve into some sort of, like, anomalocaris-looking beast. Boop. Okay. Oh, whoops, I wasn't done.
Not to toot my own horn, but I am a pretty strong swimmer.
If you're a strong swimmer, then why did you get injured?
I was not talented at all.
Or is that merely a story that our mother told us?
The bathroom is locked. But what if I need to... I wonder what's out there.
Wait, does our window have bars on it? Is that a window or is that a vent? I think that's a window. Oh, right! She said we were sleeping in the basement, I think. No, wait, hang on. Did we get carried up a flight of stairs? Are we on a different floor of the house right now? Okay. Prophetic. So there's a section in the filter menu here that says prophetic, and I know for a fact that you can unlock parts of the story by finding prophetic words, but I cannot remember for the life of me how to get them.
This water has been sitting out here for a while. I wonder what's living inside it now. Should I knock for Mom?
Yes. Are you awake?
Yes.
Oh my god, that angle! Why are you looking down upon me in such a manner, Mother? Why do you resent me? You hear her undo a series of deadbolts, opening the door only a crack for it to be caught by the chain lock and held nearly closed. She studies you. She closes the door. You hear her undo the last chain and open the door again. You didn't clean yourself up.
The bathroom door was locked.
Her cold demeanor thaws for a moment.
Shit.
She pounds her head with the palm of her hand. She gestures for you to go sit at the table while she retreats into your room and unlocks the bathroom. Quick, lock her in! You hesitate, weighing the risk of trapping your mother in your prison. She returns quickly and efficiently. Your bathroom is unlocked. She doesn't take note of you, passing by to ascend the stairs in a staccato of thumps, and exits the basement. You fidget in your chair, wondering if you did something to upset her. She's not buying it. She returns, trundling clumsily down the stairs. She holds the railing to keep herself steady. In her other hand, she carries a large tote bag bulging with concealed items. Alright. She calms down a bit and smiles placidly at you. Good morning, Nima.
Good morning.
Don't forget to call her Mom.
Did you sleep well, Mom?
No. Disgusting. She's wearing the same clothes from yesterday. She looks disheveled. It's unclear if she slept at all. Are you feeling any pain? Yesterday, our conversation ended rather abruptly. Your vitals are stable, and you seem to have made a full recovery.
Yes, I'm feeling well.
Good. She flips up a notebook and makes note of that response. How was your sleep? Any interruptions or strange dreams? Lie to her.
Nope.
She flips her notebook closed, and the fake smile turns into a real one. You're going to do better today, right? Today is going to be a little different from yesterday. With me, I have some items. All you need to do is tell me how they make you feel. Can you do that for me?
Yes.
She places a plushie of a shark upon the table in front of you. For some reason, it invokes unfamiliar feelings within. Nostalgia, sorrow, and, most intriguingly, love. Now, is there anything this reminds you of? Plush, shark, happy.
He's so cute. Can I have him?
It's already yours, Nima.
Yay!
Shark.
That's a great white shark, the apex predator of the deep. Did you know they can have up to 300 teeth and reach 6 meters in length? I'm serious.
Mom lets out a tired sigh. Yes, Nima, I know.
Did you also know that as a species, some sharks have been dated to have existed 450 million years ago? Imagine being 450 million years old.
Nerd. Honestly, maybe it's better for you to focus on how it makes you feel? Oh.
Oh, okay.
The effigy of the predator is cast in the guise of a pillow. Perhaps a wolf in sheep's clothing. Best stay on your guard. This makes so much sense. Last night you would have sworn your bed was missing a shark-shaped pillow.
This is supposed to be on my bed.
Yes. Do you know why?
That's the toy Dad got for me at the aquarium. Can we go? Can we get tickets?
Yes, let us out of the bowl. It's not really a good time for that right now.
Aw, man. Promise we will go sometime, okay? Just like how we used to when Dad was still around.
Memories of your father's embrace fill your mind. He's no longer with you, but the plushie still connects the two of you together. Maybe after we're all done here. Does that sound good?
Yeah. Okay.
Mom lets out a melancholic chuckle. It's funny, I used to bring this thing everywhere with you. I remember you never let me take it from you, even to wash it. Your father used to say it was starting to look more like a catfish than a shark. He even considered buying a second one to switch out so we could clean it when you weren't looking.
Hey!
He never did, don't worry. After he passed, you were even more inseparable. You wanted to hold on to anything that reminded you of him. You and Mom share a moment of nostalgic silence, reminiscing on the warmth of a face that fades more and more into memory every single day. Mom lovingly plants her hand on your cheek. I'm just glad I didn't lose both of you. Okay, Nima, let's move on to something else. She pulls out a chunk of rock with a strange formation entombed onto its surface. There's a prismatic glow on the rock, an opalized skeleton frozen in time and then cracked open like an egg. Mother hesitates, unsure if she should even show you this thing. Still, she places it on the table and pushes it towards you. What does this remind you of? Well, when it was put on the table, we got the words pain and rock. So we're gonna try rock first.
That's just a rock.
It's not just a rock.
It's an important rock.
Why do you think it's important?
This is one of the fossils that you study for work.
You're reminded of all the time your mom spends in her office swirling away descriptions and classifications for fossils like these. A job that takes up so much of her time, yet pays so little.
You're working with these fossils pretty much all the time. You wrote books about them.
Do you remember this one's name? When you look at this fossil, the only thought that comes to your head is that it looks like the silhouette of a shadowed man. There's something about it that calls to you, as if the shape of the stone is in the perfect shape to fit you. You have a desire to crawl inside the stone and become entombed within it.
No.
Morella splendens. But that's alright, it's not important right now. You sigh. She constantly tested you on this useless shit. That small spark of anger unlocks a new treasure trove of hidden resentment you held for your mother and her work. How much she offloaded onto you in order to prioritize her research.
Kind of a waste of time.
What was that?
You spent the whole summer down here obsessing over things that have been dead for millions of years.
You touched a nerve at that. She reacts by balling her fists. A steel veil crosses over her eyes. You spoiled brat! You can play and do nothing all summer! Maybe to you this looks like I'm wasting my time, but all this work I've done so we can fix our family. You shouldn't have said that. Why not? It's the truth.
Play? You didn't let me go outside. I felt like I was in prison.
You had to learn your lesson.
What lesson?
You really shouldn't have said that. I think we shouldn't continue talking about this. I want to focus on happy memories today. You are my good and happy daughter, Nima. She speaks as if she's reminding herself of who you are, but the tone is clearly suggesting that you've begun to wander off the script she set out for you.
What lesson, Mom?
Don't get all righteous with me, as if it's my fault that we ended up like this. You're the one who betrayed my trust. You're the one who put this entire experiment in jeopardy. I was ready to forgive you, for us to go back to the way things were, but it seems you're too spiteful to move on. You're not Nima. Nima would never act like this. Nima would never question me like this. That's it. It's time for bed. Your mother grits her teeth and to hold herself back from speaking further. Gruffly, she picks you up by your arms and hauls you back to your room. She deposits you across the threshold of the door and then quickly closes the door behind you. You hear her voice muttering something about controlled stimulus as she stomps away from the door and begins ascending the stairs out of the basement. You messed up. Pushed her buttons too much. She doesn't love you anymore. You banish the errant thought from your mind. After the interrogation today, you want nothing else but the comfort of your bed. You find yourself awake in bed. There are heavy weights on your arms. You try to wiggle, and your arms brush against a series of tight ropes that bind you still. I told you, she doesn't like failure. Oh, hi there. Your mother enters the room, wiping a small steel pick with an antiseptic tissue. You're awake. You didn't use enough anesthesia. You try to scream, but discover your mouth is gagged. It's fine. You won't need it. She leans over you, placing her knee on your stomach to pin you and gripping your face with a clawed hand. The pick inches closer to your eye. Don't blame yourself. It's my fault, really. Something must have went wrong with the procedure for you to come out like this. She begins to caress your cheek. Her hands are trembling ever so slightly. But that's okay. Mother. There's always next time. You feel the blade scrape past your socket and push into the nerves of your brain. Your life terminates with a pop as she severs your brain in half. Suddenly, it's dark. Dark, cold, endless and utterly serene. You spend an eternity in this darkness until a familiar voice. Nima, is that you? And that was our first look at the Am I Nima demo. I have seen a couple people try a few different things in order to get through that last sequence, but no matter what, it ends the same way, with your brain getting severed. So I don't know how we're meant to get through that, or if we're meant to get through that at all. I am so excited for this full game to come out. I'm so fascinated by it. Oh man, I'm just purely ecstatic about it. If you guys want to check out the demo for Am I Nima yourself, it is currently free on Steam. It's exactly as you've seen here, but there are hidden things in this demo that I haven't found. I'll be making a second video looking for the hidden pieces, but for now, that's all I have for you today. My name is Deerthorn Games. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay dry, and stay warm, everybody.